It's okay to go through hard times. It's okay to not always be feeling like everything is 100%. Pain will always be there in life. In one season where everything feels like it's sunshine and rainbows, or things just feel like they're just going so well, I promise you, another bad season is around the corner. Knowing that and learning that lesson in life and realizing that's just how life is here on earth was a hard pill to swallow. At first, I tell you this, in college, there was a professor that I had. Seems like if you watched a previous video, I was talking about another professor and how his story changed my perspective on life. Another professor I had in college also shifted my perspective on life. And what he said was so profound that honestly, it's another thing that stuck with me and another thing that helps me get through moments and times and seasons in my life when I just feel like I don't know if I can deal with this much pain. So in college, and I forget what the class was, but it was one of those classes that were so chill, but and it felt like it felt like it was just one of those classes that you were learning about life, and that's kind of one of the classes I love the best. But he said, "It soon shall pass." No matter if there's a good time in your life, when things are good, knowing that that time in your life will pass. So in life, you can't escape pain, you can't escape loss, you can't escape joy. You can't escape any of the bad or any of the good. If you're here, you have to know that both sides of, like, all those sides of life come with it. It's like, not that I've raised a child, but like, it's like having a child and knowing that even though certain seasons of the life just feel like this is the best season that you've ever been, everything feels easy, everything feels, maybe not easy, but everything feels like it's just flowing well. Another season in life you'll have where things are harder, things are tough. And you cannot go through life without that. If you think that you can escape life without going through some type of hard season, you're fooling yourself. Like, if when I think back on the life that I've had so far, I think some of the hardest seasons I've had in life were some of the moments that honestly helped me to or have built character within those hard seasons, those hard moments was where I was able to build character, build my own sense of self. Like, if everything was just so wonderful and so amazing and it was like this dystopian life where things were perfect, I feel like there would be less meaning to life. When you can't have everything, when you have to make choice, when you have to make decisions, when there's right, there's wrong, there's left, there's right, there's friction, it makes life more enjoyable. And it might seem like, how does that make any sense? Like, why does everything have to be so hard sometimes? Maybe that's the season you're supposed to be in so that you can build, so that you can learn some lessons, so that you can either maybe grow thicker skin. Maybe you need to learn these things in order to get to the next season of your life. whether that's in relationships or whether that's maybe personal things like financial situations, or in business when things might not be going all the way right, or you can't really figure out what you're doing wrong, or maybe you're not connecting to the right people. Those moments teach you and show you how well do you want it? How much do you want this life? How much do you want this thing that you claim and say that you want? And I think as someone who has been through some roller coaster ups and downs and everything in life, I actually love when I go through hard seasons, when things are not always easy, when there's challenge. I really do appreciate those moments when things aren't perfect, when things are kind of like when there's a little bit of friction. I think being able to figure out or use this challenge to learn something about myself, or to figure out what it is that I truly want or how bad I want something, is really exciting. Like, it's not easy. By no means is it easy to go through life where you can't pay everything, you can't pay all your bills, or you lost all this money, or you can't buy gifts for people, or you feel like you're the only person that's going through this hard time, or you feel like you're someone who hasn't found the right relationship, or you feel like, when will I ever get a break in life? When will I ever have a business? When will I ever not be behind on payments? When will I ever feel like it can be okay? Like, when will I be able to just breathe? And, and sometimes for those who go through hard seasons and feel like it's been years upon years, I think I'm putting more salt on the wound, but the life that you're living currently, the things that you have or don't have, the way that you're experiencing life, and the things that you've gone through, everything that you have, don't have, it's honestly all on you. You've made decisions and you've said yes and no to things, and that is the reason why you're in that situation. Knowing that, for myself personally, like it hurt my heart, it hurt my chest so much when I first heard that, and I was like, that's the hardest pill I think I've ever had to swallow, is knowing that the situation that I'm in, the relations that I've chosen, the financial decisions, the days I didn't go to the gym, the times I would eat more snacks than I needed to, or the times I wouldn't do the routine, or the times I would maybe spend more time scrolling on my phone than doing the things I knew I needed to do in my business, are the very reasons why I am in the place that I was in. But when you learn that all of it is up to you, that you have the ability to change your life, it can feel overwhelming, and it can also feel very empowering. It is a good challenge to have. So if you ever feel like, or if you're currently in a season where maybe things aren't the greatest, you feel like you've been going through some hard times, and you're not sure if you exactly love this life that you're living, or you might not be excited about the things, or you're going through some hard times. Maybe you've lost a job, you lost a car, you lost family. If you're in a place of loss, that's a time where you can pivot, where you can reflect, where you can learn how to appreciate this season, and you can get ready and gear up for a season where it's time to build, where it's time to learn new things about yourself, build some new characters, make some new relationships, go a little deeper, go a little bit harder. Maybe you need to stay grinding on this thing until you get through this next season of your life. It's not going to be easy. Maybe you need to eat oatmeal every single day until you can make it. Like, do whatever it takes to get out of that next season of your life and learn how to build and take this to make it a building block, because this is not the end. This is just life. Where there's good, there's going to be bad on the other side, and vice versa. Accept that this is the way your life is, but you also can change your life and you can change your circumstances. Sometimes it doesn't feel like you can, but know that it is possible. This is not the end. This is a moment and a time for you to start checking off the boxes of what you want to build. What I mean is, every day, what are you saying yes to? Every day, what are you choosing in your life? Who are you allowing to spend more time with you? Is there something you need to save up for so that you can get to another season? Is there maybe a new job you need to get, or maybe you need to move locations? Whatever that is, I think you know well, and I think people are more intellectual and smarter than we kind of give ourselves credit to. And honestly, if you're someone who you're really not sure, you kind of know but you're not sure, I strongly advise you to get on the phone with someone who allows you to speak your thoughts, who's someone who can probe you with the right questions, who can ask the right questions, who you feel confident enough or comfortable enough to say, hey, I'm going through something, I just need to talk to something, or someone that you can trust that won't put any pressure or won't judge you for whatever you have to talk about. And if you don't have someone, I advise you to find, there's a lot of things locally, a lot of people in communities that you can reach out to. And I honestly, truly believe that every season of your life is important, no matter if it's good or it's bad or it's whatever that season is. I think every single season is important, and it is up to you to make the most out of your life.